Hello. Sometimes I wonder if there's ever a place for us to go to. Sometimes I wonder if God really punishes us for the wrong and the things we do wrong. Sometimes I wonder if some mothers are really mothers with knowledge and understanding. But in all of this, I don't get surprised at some mothers. Some women give birth but are never mothers. They have children but train them as animals. Some women don't have kids. They buy children and they train them as persons. In whichever situation you are in, thank God because He knows the best. When a woman gets married and decide that everything in the marriage should be about money, which direction would you go? When a woman gets married and decide that her mother will be the head of her family, of which home are you building? Let me ask you a question, ladies. I don't do this because I hate ladies. I do this because sometimes I get surprised hearing how bitter some men complain and knowing very well that I'm a woman who could talk to another woman as to how to do it. Let me ask you a question. How would you feel if your son got married to a complete lazy fool who does not cater for him, cater for your grandchildren, does not know how to cook, does not know how to clean, and consistently your son does all the house chores? How would you feel? Would you ask your kid to marry such a girl? Why are you being that type of a girl for another person's kid? Let me ask you another question as a woman. Would you accept that your son takes care of his wife's mother entirely without taking care of you? Why are you doing the same to another woman? Would you sit and watch quietly while a woman takes your kid to different charms and malams? Would you stay calm and quiet? Why do you think the man you are with, who you're doing all those charms to, whom you are roaming on all the malams for, whose family are struggling, have struggled to raise him and made him what he is today, why do you think they will sit and fold your arms quietly and watch you do that? Destroy their kid? Think again, honey. Whatever goes round comes around. When I use the Bible, people complain. When I don't use the Bible, people complain. I'm not saying that because I think I'm perfect. No, I'm not perfect. The life we all learn, each one of us, is in a learning procedure. My dad said something. He said, this world that we are in, we never stop learning until we close our eyes and our hands are folded on our chest. That is, until you're dead, there is nothing. You stop learning. You learn how to cook, you learn how to fuck, you learn how to talk, you learn how to be with people, you learn how to tolerate, you learn how to be a good person around people. The greatest name on earth is a person that left the legacy of people saying, this man had a great heart. How do you think people talk about you when you're not there? Do people say the right things about you? Do people say good things about you? Or do people insult and curse you? Well, you got to decide which one you want people to say about you from now on. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm very quick-tempered. I fight a lot and I physically fight too because I can fight correct. But it does not mean that I push people away with my bad character. What it means is when people are talking about me, oh, Alberta Betty is such a bad person. She likes to fight. She likes to do this. But she has a clean heart. That's the bad I want you to get. My boss would always say, she talks back at you, she's very rude, she's not understanding, but she's very hardworking. You won't find any dirt around her. Is that what people say about you? My husband would say, she's got no patience, she's always nagging, she's always fighting, she's always doing that, but I have a happy home. Is that what your man is saying about you? If that's not what your man is saying about you, then honey, think again. Because you are pushing your men to women out there. You are pushing your men into bitches' hands. You are pushing your men into aggressive women's hand. Whatever you see on your man that is good, another woman is seeing it. So you better treat that man as your precious gift, or somebody else will. And once he experiences that, he's not going to come back to your bullshit. No, if I'm a man, I ain't going to come back to your rubbish, because you're completely rubbish. When you decide to treat a man right, he finds women, he fucks women, he sleeps with women, he plays outside, he has lots of flings, but he comes running back to you each time to say, honey, I'm sorry, forgive me. Recently, I told my man, I'm sorry, but I can't take any of this nonsense anymore. You go your way and I'll go my way. I wish you luck and I pray that you find that perfect girl. My man wrote to me a note and he said, I already found that perfect girl, and it is you, my darling. I'm sorry, but I won't let you go. I will fight for this love, I will fight for this relationship, and I will fight for this friendship. You're not going anywhere. Is that what your man says about you? Has your man ever said that to you before? If your man has not, women, start checking your life. Check the way you talk to your man. Who's the boss in your house? Lots of education does not alter that you are the boss. Even if you're doing your masters, it still doesn't mean that you're the boss. It does not mean that. Education means to acquire knowledge. And if you have knowledge, you will put your husband first. Proverbs 31 verses 1 to last indicates and instruct women as to how to live in harmony with their husbands, as to how a woman is supposed to react, as to what a woman is supposed to do for her husband, as to the responsibilities and roles of a woman. Go to the Bible. Learn that Bible. Decide your home. Do not allow your mother or your friends, single friends, decide your home. Find a woman that has been married for so many years, 20 years, 40 years, still married, happy in her marriage, and ask her, Mommy, Auntie, how did you do it? I want you to teach me. Learn to love your husbands. Husbands, learn to tell your wives exactly what the problem is so they can change. Stop pretending with them. Be honest with them. Tell them what you want. Tell them how you want them to be so you will stay home with them. Women, learn it, because he's telling you what he's seen outside, what he likes, what he goes and run to. That's what he's telling you. If you want to save your home, get the Bible. Be honest. Be honest with God. Because God says if you are two-timing him, he's going to two-time you bitches. So stop two-timing God and be a real bitch in your home and fix things. Hate me if you like, but I love myself and men love me because I say the truth. Shout out.